So, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining again for our Sunday morning Pilates. It is Sunday, May 10th. It's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers out there. Two-legged and four-legged, our little fur babies. So again, thank you so much for joining me this morning. We're going to need a strap and a pillow. I think I've said that already, but I'll just say it again so you can make sure that you have them close at hand before we get started. And then to start, we'll sit up nice and tall. So find a comfortable seated position, stacking your shoulders over your hips. And we're going to take a couple of nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And good morning. I see a couple more people joining us on Zoom. We're just getting started. We'll need a strap and a pillow. Again, deep breath in. Relax your shoulders. And bring your right hand high up on your rib cage. Let your left hand fall heavy to the floor behind you. And bring right ear to right shoulder. Your gaze is forward to start. And we'll take a couple of deep breaths in. And with that left hand falling heavy to your side or behind you, you should feel a little bit of a pull through the back of your neck with each inhale. Relax those shoulders. And then keeping your right ear to your right shoulder, turn your head so that your gaze comes up to the ceiling just a little bit. Don't force it. If you're tight here, you might not be able to move all that much, but just tilt your chin up and you'll get a little different stretch into your neck. And again, take a couple of deep breaths. Relaxing your shoulders and just feel that stretch into your neck, into the front now. Last one. Back to center. And we switch sides. Left hand up, right hand heavy to the floor beside or behind you. Gaze turning forward, bring left ear to left shoulder. For a couple of deep breaths. One more deep breath here. And then keeping left ear to left shoulder, turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Don't force it, but turn as much as you're able. Back to the center. Reset on our next inhale. You're going to reach up nice and tall with your right hand. Big long stretch, fingertips to the sky. And then exhale, left hand to right knee. And give it a nice torso twist. And inhale and reach. And exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, reach up with the right. And exhale, twist. Back to center, and we go to the other side. So inhale, reach up with the left. Exhale, twist. Inhale and reach. And exhale, twist. One more long reach up to the sky with that left hand. And then twist. And back to center. I'm going to turn on my mat. So if you're on a mat, you'll have feet at mat width apart. If you're not on a mat, just set yourself up so that your feet are wider than your hips. Work the muscles of your legs to press them down onto the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Your ankles are flexed, your toes are pointed back towards you. And inhale, reach hands up to shoulder height. Exhale, reach out and past opposite little toe. Inhale up tall. And exhale, reach out to the opposite side. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hollow out and reach. Let's add in 3 pulses. So inhale up tall and then exhale 3 pulses down. Inhale up, exhale out. With each pulse, see if you can reach a little further. One more each side. And come back to center. I'm going to bring my feet together in the center of my mat. We're going to be rolling back, so make sure that you have enough space behind you so that you can roll all the way down. Still working the muscles of your legs to press them down onto the mat. Ankles flexed, toes pointed back towards you. Inhale, reach your hands forward. And exhale, roll slowly back. Keep reaching your hands forward though. See if you can almost kind of use that to create some resistance to slowly lower yourself down, one vertebrae at a time, resisting the whole way. When you come all the way down, deep breath in at the bottom. And then keeping those legs pressed down, exhale and roll slowly back up. And all the way forward. And again, inhale, reach forward, and exhale, roll slowly back. Deep breath at the bottom. And exhale up. Last one. All the way forward. come down onto the mat. Make sure that your pillow and your strap are close at hand so we can get them when we need them. And we'll start first by finding our imprint into the mat. So a little forward and back tilt to the pelvis, press your low back down onto the floor, and then allow it to arch up just a little bit. Tilt again, press into the floor. Tilt and allow that arch. Pulling your belly button down towards your spine as you press down, keeping that engagement then as you relax up. Couple more. And then keep your low back pressed down. And bring legs into tabletop and go ahead and grab that strap. So I'm going to use the strap to keep my arms out at shoulder width apart. So my hands are stacked directly over my shoulders. My legs are in tabletop, so that is knees stacked over hips, shins parallel to the floor, ankles flexed. And then hopefully you have just a static strap, something that doesn't have any elastic to it. But you're going to pull your hands apart as if it was elastic, as if you were trying to pull your hands out wider than shoulder and hold there. So brace in through your center. Low back press down. Pulling your hands apart or trying to pull your hands apart. And then we'll tap one heel down at a time. So keep that bend to the knee and just tap down. Keep the other leg in tabletop. And tap, tap. And those legs are active tabletop, 90-degree bend to the knee, shins parallel to the floor when they're up, ankles are flexed the whole time, so your toes are always pointed back towards you. And keep that tension on the strap. 2 more, or 1 more each side. Legs back in tabletop, low back press down. If you need to take a moment, hug your knees in and relax, go ahead and do that. Keep that low back pressed in. When you're ready, come back to tabletop legs, hands shoulder width apart, stacked up over your shoulders to start. Low back press down, your center is braced in. And reach your hands up towards the floor overhead. Keeping your low back pressed down as far as you're able to reach based on your shoulder mobility. And then come back up. So keep those legs active. Reach up again. On the breath, I'm doing this. Inhale as I reach up. And exhale back to center. So it's your breath, not mine. Don't feel like you need to speed up or slow down. Reach up nice and long. Exhale back. Keep tension on the strap. 2 more. Last one. And then the next one that we're going to do, go ahead and bring your knees in, relax your arms for just a second. We'll set up again in that same starting. So bringing legs to tabletop, pulling your hands apart. keeping tension on that strap the whole time. I'm going to raise my hands up towards the floor, not as quite as far up as I was going before, maybe about halfway. Set your center, set your shoulders, keep tension on that strap as you open out. And then I'm going to go into full leg extension this time, pushing away with the heel, back in, push away with the heel, and back in. So one leg is active tabletop, the other is actively pushing away with your heel. And your arms are reaching up overhead. Keep your low back pressed down. I'm going to do a couple more of these. And hug everything back into the center. Set the strap aside for just a moment. Hugging your knees in. We'll go into our single leg stretch. So hugging my knees in, I'm going to lift my chest and my shoulders up towards the ceiling. Extend the left leg out to about 45 degrees. Hug the right knee in. And inhale and switch. Exhale, pulling that other knee in. And this is one that you can do at whatever pace you want to do, so you can kind of speed it up, speeding up your breath, or keep it nice and slow, hugging knee in. Couple more. Last one. And release down onto the mat. Or hug your knees in, little side to side roll. I'm going to grab my pillow. Place it between my knees. Feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little narrower. Squeezing that pillow between my knees. I want to make sure that my low back stays pressed down. And I'm going to do 3 squeezes on that pillow. Really big squeezes. Try to bring your knees together, and then on the 4th squeeze, hold for a 4 count. Release, and again, so 3 squeezes, and on that 4th, hold it. So depending on your pillow, you might need to kind of double it up so you get some resistance. But really squeeze. So this fires up the hip adductors, adductors on the inside of your thighs to squeeze in, and you hold and release. And again, 3 squeezes. Hands down by your sides. Let's do this a few more times. Holding in. And last one. 3 squeezes. And hold. And release. I'm going to tuck that pillow between, my pants are slippery today. I'm going to shoot the pillow across the room. So I'm going to tuck the pillow between my calves and my hamstrings, squeezing it in. Toes pointed away. Seriously, I don't know if I can do this. All right, I'm bailing on the pillow and I'm going to grab my ball because it's a little stickier. So squeezing that ball in, my toes pointed away. Hands down by my sides. Palms facing up. What this does is allows your chest and shoulders to open a little bit and relax. And if you have your palms down, people have a tendency to kind of grip the floor. So I want your upper body relaxed. Press your low back down. Again, you have that pillow squeezed in. You're going to tap your toes down and come back up. And tap down and back up. So just right down the center, focusing on keeping your low back pressed down as you tap down and come back up. Two more. Still squeezing that pillow between your calves and your hamstrings, right under your knees, and a twist just a little bit at the torso. So now my knees, it's a small shift, but my knees are pointed a little bit up towards my right shoulder. My toes are pointed a little down towards the left bottom corner of my mat. Keeping that little twist, but still keeping your low back pressed down. Tap your toes down and to the left, and then bring the knees back up to the right. So it's just it's a really subtle shift. But it's going to get into those internal obliques. Low back is still pressed down. Keeping that little bit of a twist. Couple more. Last one. Back to center, relax for just a moment. And then we twist out to the other side. So again, just that little subtle twist. My knees are now pointed up towards my left shoulder, toes pointed down to the bottom right. Keeping low back pressed down. Tap down and raise back up. Low back is still pressed down. Again, it's just a little subtle tilt. Two more. And come back to center. You can set your pillow aside for just a moment. We go back into our single leg stretches. We'll do a straight leg this time. So again, starting with chest and shoulders raised up towards the sky, knees hugged in. Extend your left leg out. And this time reach your right leg up overhead. So you're reaching up as high up as you can on that leg. And again, you inhale to switch. Exhale to pull the leg in. 2 tugs. So inhale to switch, and then 2 little exhales, 2 little tugs in. Increase that stretch. Keep raising your chest up towards the ceiling. Couple more. And release. Hug those knees in. Hands out to the floor, nice and wide. Legs up overhead. So you can do palms down here for a little bit of extra stability. And we're going to do a little bit of a windshield wiper. So again, really getting into those obliques for control. Your hands are out. And just let your legs controlled come out to one side, back up through the center, and out to the other. So we're not coming all the way to the floor. This is really controlled. Slow and controlled out to one side, not twisting through the spine. Just slow out to the side, feeling those obliques engage. Couple more. And back to center and hug your knees in. So I'm going to place my ball or pillow, whatever you have, out between my ankles. And we'll go into a double leg stretch. So we're going to do a couple different variations on this. Ball out between your ankles. And I'm going to start with my knees hugged in. Again, chest and shoulders come up towards the ceiling. And reach out opposite. Hollow hold. And then sweep back around. Inhale, reach, hollow hold. And exhale, sweep around. Two more. Last one. Low back press down, hollow hold. And back in and release down. And hug your knees in. And then I'm going to come up to seated. And turn around so I can see the camera a little bit better. Again, you'll want your strap and your pillow or ball, whatever you have, close at hand. So we're going to do some of these a couple of different ways. Starting first with the strap. My knees are bent, my feet are down, flat on the floor. And again, I'm pulling that strap. Hands are set at shoulder width apart. Spine is nice and straight. Set your shoulder blades down and together. So you're trying to pull your hands apart. You can't because it's a static strap. There's hopefully no elastic to it. And you're just opening out. Feel your chest open a little bit, shoulder blades down and together, really set them in place. And then deep breath in at the top and exhale, sit part way back and back up. Exhale back, inhale back up to seated. Keep pulling those hands apart, tension on the strap the whole time. Two more. And release. So release those arms and that strap for just a moment. Sit up nice and tall, hug your knees in, chest forward. And keeping the strap, we'll do another one with the strap. So again, set your shoulders, pull that strap, open your hands out to shoulder width and keep tension on the strap. Deep breath in at the top. Exhale, back down through the center. Reach your hands up overhead. Keep them up overhead. Keep tension on the strap. And back down. So sitting part way back. Reach hands up overhead. Sit all the way up. And hands back down. Keeping tension on the strap the whole time. Keep pulling your shoulder blades down and together. As you keep tension on that strap, we'll do this one more time. And release. I'm going to set the strap down. Grab pillow or ball, again, whatever you have to work with. So before, where we were pulling apart, now we're going to be pressing in. So ball or pillow between your palms. And press in through your palms. So your fingertips are light. You're pressing in between your palms. And we do those same movements. Deep breath in at the top. Sit back. Go ahead and give it 2 squeezes. And then come back up. And when I say squeeze it, I mean pressing between your palms. So you don't want to just squeeze the pillow or the ball. You're pressing in so you feel that tension in your chest. So again, sit back, 2 squeezes. Come back up, 2 squeezes at the top. Sitting part way back. Straight arms. And up. Couple more. Really squeezing in. Last one. And release. We'll do that again. Reaching up overhead again this time. So start with the ball out in front of you. Sit back. Reach again up overhead. 2 squeezes overhead. Keep it up overhead as you sit all the way up. Back and front, 2 squeezes. Sit back. Reach up overhead. Squeeze that ball in. Sit up with it overhead. Back down in front. And repeat. Reaching up overhead, squeezing pillow or ball, whatever you have. Sit up. A few more. One more. And relax. I'm going to pick up the strap again. And setting your shoulders, shoulder blades down and together. Hands are shoulder width apart, arms straight out in front of you. And again, we're going to take a deep breath at the top. Inhale. Sit part way back. And this time as you sit up, twist out to the left. So I'm twisting my hands as well. So I go from them being even to right hand high, left hand low. Staying out to the left. Last one. Reset in the center, and we'll do it out to the right. So again, starting with hands at shoulder height, even. Deep breath in, sit back. And this time twist up and to the right. So your left hand is high, right hand is low. Back to center. And twist up to the right. Keeping tension on that strap the whole time. Two more. And release down. Set the strap aside. I'm going to pick up my pillow or ball, whatever you have. So that was a twist and reach forward. This time we're going to twist and reach back behind. So you'll pass your pillow or your ball from hand to hand each time. So starting in the center, deep breath in, and as you exhale, start in your left hand, reach down into the back, come back up, and then out and down to the right. Keep that other hand up and in the center. Nice and tall in the center. Exhale, twist. Keep your arms straight. Couple more. Back to center. And Set that ball down. And grab the strap again. Place it on the bottoms of both of my feet. And then if you want to, you can wrap the strap a couple times around your hands. Just kind of lets you keep hold of it without having to really grip it the whole time. And we're going to find our balance. So sit back, find your balance, bring your heels up off the floor, and I'm starting my hands tucked in, pulling my feet in, chest forward, pull your belly button in towards your spine, and then exhale, reach hands and feet out. Inhale back in, and exhale, reaching out. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and keep thinking chest forward, chest forward. 2 more. Last one. And release forward. Reach down towards your toes. Relax your back. Also hug your shins. Sit up nice and tall. And this time, hug your shins, but hollow out your belly. So give me a C curve of your spine. And again, sit up nice and tall. Pulling your chest forward, squeezing your shoulder blades down and together. And C curve, exhale down. And come back up. And set the strap aside, pick up ball or pillow again. One last little variation on this. So before we had the strap and we were twisting, so sitting partway back and then twisting out to one side, sit back, twist out to the other side. So we're going to do that again, this time pressing in on the ball. Before we were pulling apart on the strap, this time pressing in, and we're going to add feet in. So just to totally complicate things. So we start with both feet down. Deep breath in at the top. Reach out in front of you. Just a little bit of tension on the ball. Sit back. I'm going to come out to the left. Raise the left foot up. Reach that ball out to the left of your left knee. And sit back down. Or lower back down. And again, stay to the left. You can keep the legs straight too if you want. So reaching out and then raising it up. So go from straight leg down to raising it up as you reach out to the left. 2 more. Last one. And sit all the way up. Release for just a moment, and we'll do that on the other side. So again, coming out to the right this time. Option to keep that right foot down on the mat in between, so bend your knee or extend the leg all the way out, whatever works for you. A little bit of pressure on the ball the whole time. Deep breath in at the top. Exhale, sit back. And again, we're going out to the right. I'm going to reach that right leg up. Reach my hands forward to the right, back to the center. Two more. And release down. And you can set that ball aside. And again, bring your hands towards your feet. Relax your back, whether that's with a little bit of a forward fold or sit up tall. And come out into a C curve. Whatever helps you release any tension that you might have built in your low back. Set that strap and pillow aside. And come onto our sides. Let's actually come up onto your knees to start. So I'm going to start on my right knee, extend the left leg out behind me, beside me. Extend the left leg out beside me. Deep breath in, reach your hands up to shoulder height. Exhale that right hand down onto the mat, left hand comes up, and raise that left leg up. Toe pointed away, and just tap that leg down. Last one. Flex at the ankle, sweep the leg forward, and then back. Last one to each side. Bring that left foot down, come back up, release your arms. Then I'm going to turn all the way, come down on both knees. We'll get the other side, but I'm going to start first in a low plank actually. So come down onto your elbows and into a plank. And drop your right hip down, back to center, right hip down, back to center. So you're just doing a little bit of a tap down, come back to center. Two more. Back to your knees, drop it down into a quick child's pose. And we come up, we'll do the other side. So on your left knee, extend your right leg out to the side. Deep breath in, reach your hands up to shoulder height. And drop your left hand down, right hand reaches up to the sky. Extend that right leg out and tap down. Keeping your chest forward, nice and strong through the center. And then raise that leg up, flex at the ankles, sweep it forward and back. Two more. And come back up. And then again, we come down into that low plank, plank from the elbows, and this time it's the left hip that taps down. So start in that nice strong center plank. Tap the left hip down, come back into that center plank. Two more. Drop down onto your knees and sit back into a child's pose. I'm going to come to seated. Extend the legs out in front. And then bring your left foot into the inside of your right knee. Right hand down to the mat behind you. I'm sorry, left foot to the outside of the left knee this first time. Right hand down behind you. And left arm across your left knee. So you're pulling in. Twisting everything towards your right side. Release. Left foot, this time to the inside of the right knee, and then twist out to the left. So this time left hand behind you, outside of right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And instead of pulling in this time, we push away. So push your left knee away from center and get that stretch through your shoulders, your back. Back to center. And get the other side. So starting with right foot to the outside of your left elbow, left hand down again, and pull everything to the left. So I'm hooking my right elbow over my right knee and pulling to the left, looking for a stretch through my glutes and my hips on the right side. And then switch, so right foot to the inside now of your left knee, right hand down, the outside of the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, and press out from center with that right knee, stretching through the shoulders that way. Back to center. Bring your feet in towards your body, hug your knees in. And I'm going to reach down and take a hold of the bottoms of my feet. And start walking your heels away from your body. See if you can keep a hold of your feet the whole time as you straighten out your legs, stretch through the hamstrings. Deep breath in and exhale. Relax forward a little bit more. And release. And come on up. And that's our class for today. So Zoom, hang with me. Facebook, I'm going to say my goodbyes. And thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day.